I'm Jennifer Angel. This is your horoscope overview, Aquarius, for the month of July. Okay, let's have a look at what's going on because there's a lot happening this month, so let's work through it. First of all, your opposites are right opposite you there in your solar 7th house, the area of relationships. Let's cover that first because there's quite a bit of activity going to go on there this month, and also in your solar 5th house, which is another area where love affairs can commence. Okay, so first of all, in the 7th house, Jupiter is going to make a move into this area of your chart and stay there for a 13-month period. So Jupiter takes approximately a year, 1 year to go through, transit through each sign. So this is, the most major thing that's happening in the solar chart for this month. So Jupiter is a planet of abundance and expansion. It's also the planet of knowledge and growth and higher learning as well. So to be in this area of your chart, it really it really says that you can connect with people over this period that have a far, greater influence on your life than, possibly you think is they're going to. So you can meet people and all of a sudden their influence can grow on you, or you can find out that they can do so much more than you thought they could. So this is an area of relationships. So it's known as the lucky planet. So if you're not in a relationship, then certainly over this next year you can attract love of your heart, of a soul nature, people that you really resonate with on a higher level, a higher vibration, not just a superficial level, not just like a superficial fling. So if you're in a relationship, then over this period you can just make that connection between you much deeper. So also in this area of your chart, the sun is going to move in there on the 23rd, and a few days later the moon. So there's a new moon on the 26th. So the new moon alone just speaks like this is a whole new solar cycle starting in relationships. So couple that with the energy of Jupiter, then woohoo, Aquarius, anything is possible, anything can happen. Don't limit yourself, okay? So, of course, up until this time and up in the first 2 weeks of the month, it's still in your solar 6th house. Now, this is very much to do with service you give, the work that you give, and also your productivity. So it's very important, particularly for the first 2 weeks while you've still got Jupiter in this area of your chart, to be careful that you don't overpromise. So, whatever you promise, you want to deliver, and you want to make sure it's realistic, so you're not breaking your back and burning the candle at both ends to, do it. This is also an area of your health and well-being, and Jupiter's been in this position for the last 12 months. So if you put on a little bit of weight around the waistline, then if I was you, I would blame it on Jupiter. Okay, so you can now start to sort of get your routine back and start getting into some physical activity. Now, Venus is going to move into this area on the 19th. The Sun is there until the 22nd. And Mercury, the communication planet, is going to move in on the 13th. So there's a lot of activity in this area of your chart as well. So the one thing that you do need to watch, Aquarius, over this month, particularly the first couple of weeks of the month, is that you look after your health and well-being. It's very easy to try and take on too much, and certainly, because you do have a good call to action. People know you follow through on what you say. They can come from all corners of the world to dump things on your desk for you to do, okay? No, no, no. Okay, your priorities need to come first. And what you have certain responsibilities and are accountable for, and that's what you need to deal with first. If you've got any time left, after all that, then certainly you can reach out and help, help someone else. Now, just moving back through the chart, before Mercury and Venus move into this area of your chart, they're still in your solar 5th house. Let's have another count of that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th house. Yes, I thought I miscalculated there, but the 5th house is a very creative area of your chart. It's also, as I said, it's an area where love affairs can start in that area of your chart, and Venus is there right through to the 18th. So, Venus is the planet of love and money, but, when there's certain positions in the chart throughout the year which promote love and romance, and this is one of them with Venus there. Now Mercury is in there as well until the 12th. Now keep in mind that Mercury is just coming out of its retrograde transit at the start of the month. Pretty well all of June it was retrograde. And so it's going to be stationary direct to come out of that retrograde transit on July the 1st. So for the first week of July, it's still going to be in what's called storm phase of that transit. And storm phase, and that says it all, it's a pretty disruptive stage. So the storm phase relates to when a planet goes in or out of retrograde just before and after. So when it turns, you get that sort of, when it turns, you get that sort of disruption, the energy, and that's what the storm's all about. So for the first week of July, it's in the storm. So you want to be a little bit careful. If you're planning to have a heart-to-heart with someone, choose your words carefully. If you can wait until the second week, well and good. If you can't, because as we know, the world doesn't stop moving just because Mercury is in retrograde. So if you've got to sign some documents or do some business, have a heart-to-heart, go ahead. Just be mindful that it's easy during this time for misunderstandings or mix-ups to happen. So you want to make yourself real clear. So sort out first in your mind, what is your intention? What do you want to achieve? What do you want the outcome to be? Then you can plan your action or discussion or whatever, in regard to that. So you get the result that you want, okay? To be forewarned is always a great thing. Now your ruling planet, which is Uranus, is going to go retrograde this month too on the 22nd. So of course anything that happens with your ruling planet has a great effect on you. It's in your solar 3rd house, so this is area of communication. Also media, so if you're planning a media launch, I'd probably do it on the 2nd and the 3rd week, not around the 4th week, because you could get a few hiccups, want for a better word, a few sudden developments that you had not, banked on over that period. Now, the other, move that's significant this month is Mars, which has been sitting in Libra for 7 months now, 6 months. It's going to move out of Libra on the 25th to move into the sign of Scorpio, which is your solar 10th house, all to do with business. It's going to join Saturn there, and Saturn is going to come out of its retrograde transit on the 21st. So this is great news for you, because with Mars sitting in this area of your business and your career and the difference that you make in the world through your career, it really gets you motivated to make things happen. With Saturn there coming out of retrograde, it gives you a little bit of caution to pull back and check what you're doing. Okay, so both of those energies, Saturn and Mars, even though they're opposite, work really well together. So all in all, it's a very productive month. You've got the full moon in the sign before you, which is going to heighten your intuition, and that's around mid-month. So have a great month, Aquarius. I hope something fabulous comes together for you. I'm Jennifer Angel. Thanks for watching.